Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to CXRL. We apologize for the delay of getting this commentary video out. I've been a little bit under the weather and just overall lazy. No excuses on my part, but it's finally getting out. Welcome to race number 2 of the BRZ Championship Series. Today we sadly do not have the cool intro as we did last week. We'll be hopefully bringing that back for next race. We're not perfect here. I'm very new at doing all this video commentary stuff, so I apologize for my mistakes. And I'm having to re-record this because of some file issues. But this is better than the original recording because I was coughing and hacking up the entire time. Anyways, welcome to race number 2 of the BRZ CXRL Championship. We're going to be at the Marina North Corkscrew. We don't have a cool map layout on screen right now, like with the turn numbers, but we have the track right there. Actually, that's the wrong layout. Huh. For whatever reason, I couldn't find this layout, no matter where I looked. This is slightly different, but whatever. We'll just go with it. I'm kind of winging it today. Next week will be a little bit better, hopefully. I mean, we're all just winging it here. CXRL is just everybody winging it. No one's professional here. But the BRZ Championship race, number 2 grid positions are listed there. We sadly don't have the cool graphic that we did last week, but they're all listed there. We have 2 new shows today who didn't show up for last race, but are finally making an appearance here. Hellfire, Hemi, and Arrow Farhan. They'll be starting at the front of the grid. Let's get it started. In the top left, we have Ghost. Bottom left, we have LV Booted, and bottom right, we have GameStopper. In the top right, we had Bagel's footage, but it sadly got corrupted. Anyways, on down to turn 1 as we chaos on lap 1. Bagel moving across the entire track there. 3 wide, Coin Ozavi and Bagel. Cars are on each other right now. Really close racing. Ghost making his way up. Ozavi misses the corner by a long shot. Ghost gets a massive lunge over Bagel there. GameStopper, woo, losing the back end onto the curbs. It looks like he just lost grip. LV, Ghost, everybody's getting by. Fortunate start. Ghost can make a move on LV even before the braking zone. The car is so much quicker in the straight line. Chaos erupts into the braking zone. Little bit of contact here and there from Ozavi. Coin, Bagel. Ooh, LV into King Cody onto the final corner. Sends him a little bit wide. Everybody's getting a bad run out of there. GameStopper getting a massive run. A little bit of contact between Coin and Ozavi. Almost 4 wide. 3 wide. There was 2 rows of 3 wide. GameStopper goes across the track, slides. There's contact between Bagel. Well, LV loses out a lot there. 4 wide. A little bit of contact between Ozavi and Coin as they are super close right now. Oh, Ozavi goes to the inside. Coin goes wide. As they all slotting in, this little group of cars. A little bit of contact between Coin and GameStopper. Side by side, GameStopper and Coin as they come out onto the back stretch. LV following close behind. Ghost, Arrow, and Hellfire are getting a run away from the pack right now. Into the braking zone they go, into the heavy braking zone. Any moves happening? Ooh, GameStopper getting really close to LV, sends it on the inside. Coin is getting pushed. Coin spins around. Not sure what happened there. It looked like Coin came across GameStopper, but LV was on the inside. They were 3 wide and there was nowhere for them to go. Hopefully she can recover from that. Bagel and Ozavi battling it up ahead of LV as GameStopper and King Cody are battling out behind. Ghost is catching up to Hellfire, who's sitting comfortably in second right now. Second and third as they pull away from the... LV sends it on Bagel. Nearly takes him out of the race. That was a very reckless dive bomb. We have specific rules against that. But maybe just misjudged their braking zone. Might receive a warning from the stewards there. King Cody looking to holding his own at this race. Previously not performing too well. Getting lapped at Le Mans, is now holding up with the pace of the other drivers, which is great to see. Ghost slowly catching up to Hellfire. Ooh, Game Stopper a little bit deep into the corner, as well as King Cody deep as they're side by side into the final corner. Too wide through the final corner onto the front straight. Ghost looking to find a move on Hellfire. It's just a bit tricky to pass in this track unless you have significantly better pace. Ooh, Hellfire takes a rough line through there. Ghost is just going to catch up a little bit more. LV's cutting corners a bit, pushing those track limits a little bit more to their limit than they're supposed to be. As Bagel slowly pulling away, King Cody's still on the back of Game Stopper. Game Stopper takes a rough line, gets understeer out of the corner onto the back straight, and King Cody's going to get the better line out of there. But it's not over for Game Stopper yet. Oh, it looked like Ghost got past Hellfire. No, correction, that's incorrect actually. Ghost, oh, Game Stopper into the wall! I missed what happened there. It looks like he possibly lost it and just sent it into the wall. Well, major damage to his car. Coin and King Cody are going to get by. Coin finally making up a position after that spin back there. That is very unfortunate. LV is trying to keep up with Bagel, but it looks like he's struggling a bit into these slower corners. As Ghost is pushing those braking zones as far as he possibly can. Catching up a little bit by little bit to Hellfire. Hellfire, as his first race here, as well as Arrow, are holding their own here tonight. A lot of the new drivers here are on par or even better than a lot of the previous champions. There's a lot of competition here. Ghost is really making up time on Hellfire here. Into the braking zone. He's just going to stay behind. It's really... Oh! Hellfire took a really bad line through there. Slams on the brakes. Nearly accidentally brake checks Ghost. And Ghost gets by. Looked like he was close to hitting the wall or something. Just had to tap the brakes. That could have ended really badly. And Ghost is going to slot into second position. As we have everybody kind of sitting comfortably now as the gaps slowly widen between everyone. 9 cars on the track right now. This track being so small, I cannot speak. Arrow being so fast, there's a very high chance of people getting lapped. There's a lot harder to lap on Le Mans. I think only one driver got lapped, and that was King Cody, who had to end up pitting. It's a lot harder to lap people on the longer tracks. This is a much shorter race, only 15 laps. This is going to be roughly a 15-minute race. This might be the shortest video we'll be posting to the YouTube channel. At least for now. With LV getting some company after being alone for a while. King Cody looks to be catching up. King Cody's been holding his own really well, being followed behind by Coin. King Cody often having some rough races here at CXRL, but is finally showing up and showing who's boss, going on the outside into the braking zone. No moves being made, just sliding behind. LV takes a really weird line through there, cutting the curbs, but not getting a good run out of the corner. King Cody's going to be right behind him. LV's looking to scrap any part of the track for as much speed as he get. as King Cody and Coin are both too wide behind, and Coin has the run and is going to get it into the braking zone. They're going to go 3 wide right around LV. Coin and King Cody get past. King Cody gets a little bit of rougher run out of the corner than Coin does, but still going to make the position stick. King Cody moving up to 7th position with Coin not too far out of sight. LV going for a massive corner cut there, luckily let out of the gas, so that would have been a penalty. Track limits on this track, especially in that slower section, are a bit harder to follow than others. But track limits are track limits. Yeah, in the Tier 2 league, which what we're watching now, we're not super strict on track limits compared to the Tier 1 league. You're allowed to at least put 3 wheels over the track, off the track, as long as you're not cutting over the curbs. So if like the center line of your car is going on the curbs or over the apex, that's fine. But if it's on the inside of the apex of the curbs, then it's technically corner cutting. If that makes any sense whatsoever. I'm not great at explaining stuff. As we have 5 laps to go, and Ghost spins, Ghost sends it onto the final corner, got a little bit loose on the curbs, and it looks like Hellfire is going to catch him up. 5 laps to go. Is Ghost going to be able to make up the position? LV going a little bit wide into the heavy braking zone, into that weird left-hander after the fast right. Anything can happen in these races, and Hellfire is securing 2nd position, but Ghost is on the run. He switched to the 3rd-person view. He is mad and hunting Hellfire down. Heavy onto the brakes there. Also, I'd like to apologize for Bagel. Your footage was going to be included into this race, but it got corrupted for whatever reason while I was rendering it, and I do not have time to make a new render of it currently because my computer is slow. Also, Ghost is having to pull away from Ozavi, as Ozavi's catching up after that spin, but he's also fighting to try and get back his position of 2nd. And as we round out lap 10, on to lap 11, only a few laps to go. And here goes LV getting lapped by Arrow. And Arrow is passed. In our league, we don't have blue flags unless the person lapping the back marker requests a blue flag. But you're still asked to be courteous and not defend a position unless you have relatively similar pace. Well, it looks like Hellfire made a mistake out of that corner, and it's not going to have enough run down the straightaway compared to Ghost Car, who's phenomenal in straight line. Into the heavy braking zone we go. Go. Hellfire looked to tap the brakes a little bit early there, and then hammered it a little bit late. As Ghost is on Hellfire's rear end right now. Don't take that wrong. On to lap 12. Ghost has the pace over Hellfire, but that doesn't mean anything if he can't get past. This is a really tricky track to pass on. You really got to depend on the car in front making a mistake or letting you by, because it's really easy to defend. You can defend super hard and not let someone pass. But when you defend on this track, it's really easy to defend through the corners. But when taking a defensive line, you really struggle to get the exit speed. Ghost getting into the draft. Hellfire just ahead of him. He's looking to decide if he has enough speed to get around. But it looks like Hellfire got a slightly better run into the braking zone. Ghost making up a little bit of time every braking zone. It's there right on top of each other into the final corner as they're going into lap 13. Hellfire, Ghost still looking back. Ozavi's not dropping off. Ghost still right there. on Hellfire. But Hellfire's not pulling away, but Ghost isn't gaining too much. A little bit every little sector. Into the brakes. He seems to be making up all of his time in the braking zone as he's right on Hellfire right now. Looks like they might be coming up on a back marker here. As Ghost is getting a better run than Hellfire, just marginally a better run. He's going to be able to get past before the braking zone, just barely, about a half car length ahead. Hellfire pushing the brakes, but he's on the outside. Ghost gets the position, holds it out of the corner, a little bit squirrely into the final corner. He's going to try and keep it off the curbs because that's where he got squirrely. Holds the position from Hellfire, as Xavier now has a chance to catch up to Hellfire and maybe score a third position. After his phenomenal performance at Le Mans for his first race, scoring a second place position, he might be able to score another podium. But it just depends on how well Hellfire is able to defend. 14 out of 15, I believe we are already on the final lap as Arrow has crossed the line. So the white flag is already being shown. Well, it looks like LV has picked up some engine damage and possibly over-revving his car. He's losing pace, it seems. As Ghost rounds out onto the final lap of the Marina race here for the BRZ Championship. He's going to score some solid points if he keeps his position here. After getting a very successful pole position on Le Mans, he's here looking to make a second podium of the championship. Sorry, my voice is going. As Arrow wins at Marina to score his first pole finish at CXRL. LV still on. It's every time he goes to that corner, he looks like he's like turning in a little bit too early. But look at this, GameStopper is catching LV. Now GameStopper and LV are down a lap, as Ghost is about to lap GameStopper, but excuse me, he's about to cross the line for his second podium finish of the CXRL Championship, as Ghost crosses the line as well. GameStopper catching up to LV on the final lap. It looks he has so much more pace in a straight line as LV's engine's damaged. Here they go into the first corner. LV going really inside and not getting the run out of the corner, and GameStopper's going to make up a position after taking heavy damage and having to pit. He's scoring 8th position. 1 place up is better than no places up. LV looking to make a move, gets heavy on the brakes, but doesn't have the room or pace to make it stick. As they go onto the back straight, GameStopper's going to get the run out. LV loses out. Even LV didn't have the run. Even if he didn't have engine damage, he still would have lost out on speed there, as he slammed on the brakes not to hit GameStopper. As GameStopper's going to hold 8th position after crashing out early on in the race. LV's getting lapped by someone, it looks to be like Ghost. AI is a little bit aggressive here, going on the inside, pushing him off of the track, as LV slots into 9th. Luckily, still finishes within the points because there are only 9 drivers here. What a race. There are the race results right there. Finishing first, Arrow. Second, Ghost. Third, Hellfire. 4th, Ozavi. 5th, Coinsees. 6th, Bagel. 7th, Cody. 8th, GameStopper. And 9th, LV. Best lap bonus goes to Arrow with a 1:01.628. Championship Standings are on the right there. Arrow scoring some solid points. Ghost and Ozavi holding up in their championship positions as Coin is tied for third right now with Arrow. Bagel holding a solid amount of points at fifth. Hellfire having a phenomenal performance today for his first race. Cable holding his position. LV tied with Cable and GameStopper. The numbering's wrong. They're all supposed to be in 8th. We have 4 people tied for 7th place. Which they're all supposed to be 7th. I don't know why LV, GameStopper, and Cody are in 8th, but whatever. A 4-way tie and the bottom of the points, which is going to be interesting to see what happens there. The Spring 2020 Constructors Championship points. Now, Coin is pulling away from GameStopper in the Constructors, but Bagel is also gaining on GameStopper. Not much to see at the bottom of the points. Ghost might have a chance, as well as Pings, Cody to pass Code and possibly slot into 4th position for the Spring Constructors Championship. But this is the last championship for this Constructors Championship. So, there's not as many points to be earned here. So, what's going to really matter is the performance in the next championship from all the drivers, for the Formula E Championship. Oh, I wasn't supposed to leak that yet. But anyways, thank you all for watching. That was a CXRL league race commentary. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. If you're interested in racing with us or possibly taking over my commentary job, because I'd love you if you did that. I enjoy doing this. I'm just not great at it. Anyways, but if you're interested in racing with us, the links to our Discord will be linked down below, as well as our other social medias. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all next week for Maple Valley, 23 laps. It's going to be a much longer race than this was. And that track is messy. So hope to see some great racing action, and we'll see you all next week.